Funny, isn't it? How something so small, so simple, can terrify the darkness. Salt. White little grains, sitting quietly, waiting. You walk past it every day. Sprinkle it on your food, throw it on the ground when the ice bites your feet. But you never really look at it, do you? Never think twice about it, but oh, the old world knew. The ones who lived in fear, the ones who whispered at night, they knew. They didn't have your gadgets, your fake smiles, your noise to drown the silence. No, they had salt, and they had fear. Salt, such a simple thing, isn't it? Ordinary, invisible, scattered across tables in dirty diners and royal feasts alike. But isn't it funny how something so tiny, so overlooked, can be the very thing that stops the whole darkness from swallowing you alive? Salt doesn't scream. Salt doesn't bleed. Salt doesn't fight with swords or bombs or anger. No, it just sits there, quietly powerful. It stays true to what it is. It knows its job. It knows its strength. It knows its purpose. And when something cursed, something rotten, something evil touches it, it recoils. It burns. It hates that something so pure even exists. People are noisy creatures. They love the noise, the show, the flash. But real power? Real power whispers. Real power waits. Real power doesn't panic when the curse arrives at the door. It doesn't bargain. It doesn't run. It just stands there, like salt, unmovable, untouched, unbothered. Curses aren't afraid of loud voices or violent threats. No, they laugh at that. But show them purity. Show them something that hasn't been corrupted, something that can't be twisted or broken, and watch them squirm. That's the secret the world never told you. It's not about being loud or famous or rich or beautiful. Curses don't care about your bank account or your muscles or your followers. No curse was ever broken by ego. Curses are broken when you refuse to be like them, when you refuse to rot from the inside, when you refuse to hate like they hate, when you stay clean in a filthy world. Salt isn't afraid of the dirt around it because the dirt can't get in. Salt doesn't get infected. It doesn't get weak. It doesn't blend in. And isn't that exactly what they fear? Oh, but they'll try. They'll try so hard to make you one of them. They'll mock you for being different. They'll tempt you with lies wrapped in gold. They'll corner you. They'll throw the worst storms your way. They'll tell you purity is weakness. They'll tell you innocence is stupidity. They'll tell you kindness will get you killed. And maybe it will. But what a beautiful way to die. Untouchable, unbroken, a piece of salt that even death couldn't corrupt. You see, curses are parasites. They need a host. They need something to feed on, something to twist. But salt gives them nothing. Salt is solid. Salt is finished. Salt says, this is what I am. Nothing you do can change me. And that drives them insane. Because the world is built on control. Fear is their currency. Manipulation is their language. But what happens when you're not afraid? What happens when you can't be bribed? What happens when you stare into the eyes of darkness and you're not impressed? Salt doesn't need an audience. Salt doesn't care if anyone claps. Salt does its job even if no one notices, and that is why curses hate it. Because curses are loud, dramatic, attention-seeking. They want a reaction. They want chaos. But salt just sits there, unchanged, pure, powerful. And in a world like this, that's rebellion, that's war, that's freedom. Most people don't want to be salt. They want to fit in. They want to belong. They want the curse to leave them alone without having to stand alone. But it doesn't work like that. You can't bargain with darkness. You can't negotiate with something that wants to destroy you. You either stay clean or you get swallowed whole. There's no in halfway holy. There's no slightly pure. Either you are salt or you are nothing. And here's the cruel joke. The moment you become salt, you'll lose things. You'll lose people. You'll lose comfort. You'll lose places that once felt like home. But what you gain is priceless. You gain yourself. You gain peace. You gain protection. No curse can break, because curses hate salt. They always have, they always will. Funny, isn't it, how people think curses come wearing black cloaks or with fire in their eyes? They expect monsters to look like monsters. They expect evil to smell bad, to sound loud, to knock on the door like a villain in an old fairy tale. Oh, but reality... Reality has a darker sense of humor. Curses don't always come from outside. They grow inside, quietly, slowly, like a whisper in the back of your mind, like poison dressed up as love, like fear disguised as safety. And people, oh, people, they invite the curse in with a smile. They pour it a drink. They give it a seat at the dinner table. And they call it normal. But salt was never interested in being normal. Salt doesn't care about fitting in. Salt doesn't apologize for being sharp. Salt doesn't beg to be accepted. It just does what it was born to do: preserve, protect, purify. But tell me, when was the last time you met someone like that? Someone untouched by the sickness of the world. Someone who didn't care about likes, followers, fame, status. Someone who didn't sell pieces of their soul for approval. Rare, isn't it? Because the curse has tricked them all into believing that being pure is boring, that being good is weak, that being honest is foolish. Look around, look carefully. The curse lives in the smallest things now. It's in the music that glorifies pain. It's in the shows that worship betrayal. It's in the jokes that celebrate cruelty. It's in the silence of those who know better, but choose comfort over truth. The curse has many faces, but its voice always sounds the same. Come join us. Come be like us. It's easier here. And most people obey. They obey without chains. They obey without force. They obey because being dirty is easier. Being clean takes effort. Being salt costs something. But that's the secret. That's the twist no one tells you about. Salt survives when everything else rots. Salt lasts when time eats away at the rest. Salt remains when the fake smiles fade, when the masks fall off, when the lies collapse under their own weight. And while everyone else is busy chasing temporary pleasure, temporary love, temporary success, salt is building something eternal. But there's a price. Oh yes, there's always a price. Salt makes enemies without trying. Salt offends the ones living in filth without speaking a word. Salt is a reminder that they once had a choice, that they could have been clean too, that they didn't have to bow to the curse. And nothing makes a cursed heart angrier than someone who proves them wrong just by existing. You want to break a curse? Don't fight like them. Don't scream like them. Don't sink to their level. That's what they want. They want you dirty. They want you reactive. They want you unstable. No, you break a curse by refusing to be like them at all. You stay salt. You stay true. You stay sharp. And they will hate you for it. They will call you names. They will lie about you. They will isolate you. But inside they know you are untouchable. Because here's the final joke. Curses only work on those who believe in them. Curses only live where people allow them to grow. The real battle was never outside. It was always inside. Inside your mind. Inside your choices. Inside your silence. And Salt knows the game. Salt knows that in a world addicted to darkness, the most rebellious thing you can do is stay pure, stay kind, stay fearless, stay untouched. And the curse? Oh, the curse will try its tricks. It will send people to test you. It will send situations to break you. It will offer you shortcuts laced with poison. But Salt doesn't care about shortcuts. Salt takes the long road. Salt waits. Salt endures. And when the dust settles, when the lies collapse, when the masks fall, guess who's still standing? Guess who outlasted the storm? Guess who broke the curse without even lifting a finger? Salt always wins. 'Cause Salt was never afraid. Salt never bowed. Salt never changed. Funny thing about this world, everybody's walking around with chains they can't even see, invisible ropes tied to their thoughts, their habits, their mistakes. Oh, they call it life, they call it routine, they call it destiny, but let me tell you what it really is. It's a curse. Not the kind written in some old book, not the kind cast by a witch hiding in the forest, no. It's the kind that lives right between your ears, the kind that whispers when you're alone, the kind that laughs when you try to change. And the best part? You put it there. You built it. Brick by brick, thought by thought, lie. See, the curse doesn't start with some grand event. It starts with little things, little agreements you make with your own weakness. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. You say, this is just the way I am. You whisper, I'm not good enough. And every time you say it, every time you believe it, the curse grows stronger. It feeds on doubt. It drinks fear like wine. It grows fat on your hesitation. And before you know it, you're not living. You're surviving. You're not creating, you're copying. You're not dreaming, you're sleeping with your eyes open. But Salt, oh, Salt doesn't play by those rules. Salt doesn't care about your chains. Salt doesn't bow to your excuses. Salt doesn't whisper lies to make you feel better. Salt stings. Salt burns. Salt wakes you up when the curse wants you numb. And maybe that's why so many people avoid it. Because Salt demands something rare. It demands honesty. Brutal honesty. The kind of truth that tastes bad at first, but saves your life in the end. You think breaking a curse feels good? No. It feels like tearing off your own skin. It feels like staring in the mirror and seeing every ugly thing you've become. It feels like losing the fake friends. It feels like walking alone. It feels like being misunderstood. That's why most people stay cursed. Not because they can't be free, but because they don't want to pay the price for freedom. Freedom is expensive. Freedom costs comfort. Freedom costs laziness. Freedom costs illusions. And salt? Salt doesn't sugarcoat that. Salt tells you straight to your face. Wake up or stay a slave. Salt doesn't care about your feelings. Salt doesn't care about your story. Salt cares about one thing, breaking the curse. But here's the twist. The curse fights back. The moment you try to break free, the curse will pull out every trick it knows. It will remind you of every failure. It will throw your past in your face. It will make you doubt your worth. It will send people to laugh at you, to betray you, to leave you. And just when you think you're about to break through, it will whisper the deadliest lie of all. It's not worth it. And that's where most fall. That's where most turn back. That's where most sell their soul for a little comfort. They trade freedom for chains that feel familiar. They go back to sleep. They go back to numb. They go back to cursed. But not you, not Salt. Salt was born for the fight. Salt was made for the battle. Salt knows that curses only win when you give up. Salt knows that the pain is proof you're close. Salt knows that the storm is loudest before the calm. Breaking the curse means facing yourself, every lie, every weakness, every demon you created. It means taking responsibility when blame would be easier. It means standing when crawling feels safer. It means speaking truth when silence would protect you. And the world won't clap for you. The crowd won't cheer. Most won't even notice. They'll still be too busy playing with their chains. They'll laugh at your fight. They'll mock your struggle. They'll say you've changed like it's an insult. Good, let them. That's how you know you're doing it right. That's how you know the curse is crumbling. When they laugh louder, you walk stronger. When they doubt harder, you believe deeper. Because salt doesn't break curses by accident. Salt breaks curses because it refuses to die in chains. Salt breaks curses because it remembers one thing this world forgot. You were never born to stay broken. Funny little world, isn't it? Everybody walking around like they've got all the time in the universe. People acting like their tomorrow is signed, sealed, delivered with a bow on top. Oh, they sit in their tiny rooms, trapped in their tiny routines, sipping their tiny tea, scrolling their tiny screens, thinking life is just going to wait for them, thinking opportunity is some loyal little pet that sits at their door until they're finally ready. But here's the thing about life. It doesn't wait. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're scared. It doesn't care if you've been through hell. Life is brutal. Life is savage. Life is laughing at you while you sit there making excuses. And the funniest part? You know it. Deep down, everybody knows it. But they pretend. Oh, how they pretend. They pretend tomorrow will be easier. They pretend someone is coming to save them. They pretend the right time is just around the corner. But the clock doesn't lie. The clock is a killer, every second is a knife, every minute is a thief, and while you're sitting there thinking, planning, waiting, dreaming, the world is moving without you. People less talented than you, less smart than you, less capable than you, they're winning, they're living. They're taking what you think you deserve, not because they're better, not because they're luckier, but because they showed up. They moved when you froze. They acted when you hesitated. But I get it. Oh, I get it. Fear feels good, doesn't it? Fear feels safe. Fear whispers, stay here. It's warm, it's familiar. Fear tells you stories. Beautiful lies. It says, don't embarrass yourself. Don't risk failure. Don't leave your comfort. But what's comfort really? A slow death? A pretty prison? A place where dreams go to suffocate? Comfort is the drug they sell you when they want you to sleep through your life. And most people, they're addicted. Addicted to easy, addicted to familiar, addicted to average. But life, real life, life spits on comfort. Life rewards the mad ones, the ones crazy enough to move before they're ready, the ones reckless enough to risk looking stupid, the ones dangerous enough to stand when everybody else sits. You think you need a perfect plan? You think you need permission? You think you need signs from the sky? No. What you need is nerve. What you need is action. What you need is to move before the world forgets your name. Because trust me, the world will forget. The world forgets everyone who waits. The world forgets everyone who hides. The world forgets everyone who plays it safe. But the world remembers the fighters. The world remembers the bold. The world remembers the ones. The ones who didn't care if it was messy, ugly, painful. They moved anyway. And maybe you'll lose, maybe you'll fall, maybe you'll get hurt. So what? You're hurting already in that little safe zone. You're dying already in that little comfort cage. At least when you move, when you fight, when you chase what sets your soul on fire, you're alive, truly alive. People love to talk about destiny like it's some sweet old friend. No, destiny is violent. Destiny is brutal. Destiny doesn't knock politely. Destiny kicks down your door when you dare to step up. Destiny tests you. Destiny drags you through mud and fire and darkness. Because destiny wants to know, do you really want it? Or were you just saying pretty words? And if you do want it, if you really want it, then you move. Now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Not when it's easy. Not when it's safe. Now. With shaking hands, with a racing heart, with all your flaws and fears hanging off your back, you move. Ugly. You move messy, you move scared, but you move. Because the universe doesn't reward pretty plans. The universe doesn't reward perfect timing. The universe rewards madness. The universe rewards courage. The universe rewards the soul insane enough to look life in the face and say, I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. And maybe the world laughs, maybe the crowd stares, maybe the voices scream, who do you think you are? Let them watch, let them laugh, let them whisper. You weren't born to be one of them. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to live half a life. You were born to rise, to fall, to rise again. You were born to set the world on fire with your movement, your madness, your refusal to stay quiet. So you're still sitting there, still breathing like time owes you something, still blinking like you've got forever left in your pocket. Let me tell you about something people never talk about. Patience is good, yes. Patience is gold. But the wrong kind of patience? That's poison. That's a slow venom slipping down your throat while you smile in the mirror because nobody told you that patience without movement is just waiting to die in style, dressed nicely, hair fixed, dead inside. You know how it starts? Simple, very simple. One day you tell yourself, not today, not ready, not yet. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. You'll dream a little longer, plan a little harder, sit a little safer, and life hears you. Life hears every little lie you tell yourself in the dark, and life smiles, oh yes, because life loves lazy patience. Life feeds on it. Life wraps it around your neck like a silk scarf and tightens it slowly. You see people like that everywhere, beautiful faces, empty souls. They wait for the perfect chance, wait for the right mood, wait for a sign. They wait so long they forget how to move. They wait so long their own shadow doesn't recognize them anymore. And the world isn't soft. The world doesn't care if you're preparing. The world doesn't care if you're thinking. The world doesn't clap for patience without action. The world moves with or without you. The world forgets statues. The world buries the silent. And let me tell you what happens to the ones who wait too long. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They rot. They fade. They become their own ghosts, living bodies carrying dead dreams, walking cemeteries, haunted by all the things they never did, haunted by all the moments they missed while they were waiting for the stars to align. Funny thing about stars, though, they shine whether you move or not. They don't wait for you. They don't care about your excuses. They just burn. They just live. But people, oh people, they love their comfort. They build little cages and decorate them, call them homes, call them jobs, call them safe places. But inside they're suffocating, choking on their own fear, but they won't admit it. Oh no. They'll say they're being patient. They'll say timing is everything. They'll say good things come to those who wait. But that's a half-truth dressed like wisdom, because good things come to those who work while they wait, move while they wait, bleed while they wait. Good things come to those who dare to run barefoot on glass while everyone else is sitting in padded chairs. Waiting isn't strength, waiting isn't bravery, waiting is a trick, waiting is a sweet lullaby the world sings to people it wants to bury quietly. Waiting is the slow kiss of regret that tastes like sugar but burns like fire later. You want something, you take a step. Today, right now, broken, scared, confused, but moving. Because movement kills fear. Movement murders doubt. Movement saves your soul from becoming another name on the list of almost made it, and trust me, that list is endless, filled with names that nobody remembers, because nobody remembers the ones who waited. And don't think life will tap you on the shoulder and say, okay, now it's your turn. Don't wait for a trumpet sound. Don't wait for applause. Life doesn't care about your schedule. Life doesn't follow your plan. Life will slap you when you least expect it. Life will test you when you're half asleep. Life will break you to see what leaks out. Tears or fire, fear or madness, weakness or a refusal to quit. People who win, they move ugly, they move messy, they move with bruised knees and cracked voices. They move with trembling hands and shaking hearts, but they move, they bleed forward, they cry forward, they scream forward, but they never sit still for too long. They know the trap, they know the cost, they know that waiting too long turns your dreams into dust, your passion into silence, your soul into a ghost. And the saddest thing, nobody tells you this, nobody warns you, because misery loves company. They want you to stay, they want you to wait, they want you to sit next to them in their quiet little graveyards, smiling, patient, polite, dead, alive on the outside, hollow on the inside. So quiet, nobody notices when you disappear completely.